Hello, dear friends. The cosmic spiritual hierarchy is not a range of control as on Earth, but rather one of gentle and comforting guidance. Opinion piece. Positive annual balance. Favorable year. There is no danger. Spiritual warfare. Evolutionary push. Planetary situation. The Earth is safe. Beneficial energy jump. Gradual and sudden change. We are in a wormhole. Let's start. The final result at the end of the year can be described as favorable. In recent years, we have gone through a very intense purification. Maximum changes have occurred on the cosmic scale. Earth is the last planet to go through this transformation. We have not yet experienced all the positive effects. The Earth's surface is the last point where the transformation will occur. This past year has seen some key and important changes according to Cobra. Dangerous situations have been resolved. Toplet bombs have been removed. A positive schedule has been assured. Planet Earth is safe. From now on there will be an enormous transformation, but great dangers have been eliminated. Pluto will re-enter Aquarius on January 21st, 2024, and there will be a very powerful energy shift that will begin to bring great revelations. At some point, natural changes will occur before the final solar flare. The purification of the Earth needs to occur. People have had these dreams for decades. No one knows when the event will occur due to free will. There are models and scenarios for making educated guesses. The timing of the event didn't change. The time between the event and the solar flare superwave is longer now. People need time to process. The event will be the momentum of truth, revelations, and the unarmed removal of bad things. Processing time will be then given, and later a solar flare and a pole shift will occur according to Cobra. And advance. From now on, the forces of light can approach the surface little by little. First, it will be gradual, and then it will accelerate. There will be a great breakthrough. Things will move very quickly. It will be sudden, and people will be surprised. Things will seem normal, but suddenly a breakthrough will occur. Exactly how it will happen, I cannot say. There is a lot of free will involved in this process. The basic calendar is setting, but the details change according to the decision of a strong free will. People face impulses and must strengthen their free will. From now on, a small number of people consciously use their free will and decide what happens on this planet. Most people use free will in a negative way, and only a few use it in a positive way. It is a spiritual battle between positive free will and negative free will. The rest of the people are spectators. They enjoy things like social networks and they watch TV. It is a battle of mind and will, and it is a spiritual war. Control. There have been layers of artificial control, so there was no contact. There are many levels of control, some of which have been dismantled. Some people are getting security clearance to start talking. They will start when they receive the signal. They will share real experiences about extraterrestrial life, what they saw and what they heard. Nobody knows how it will develop. There are people who pressure it and there are people who prevent it. But the positive push is getting stronger. Consciousness is preparing. People are prepared in their conscience. Human beings have a very slow pace of evolution. It makes many lives for small changes. Since the last 5 centuries, there is less extraterrestrial involvement. The visitors from the stars also work with Agartha on technology. There are people who have been contacted by the Agartha network. This will ultimately lead to evolution for humankind through a collective effort. Tachyons. The energy of the galactic central sun is tachyonic. The tachyon was the first particle created when the universe was born and has the highest possible frequency. Create a direct connection with source. The veil was created by dark forces that prevent tachyonic energy from reaching the planet. Tachyons are absorbed by the ionosphere and do not reach the surface. Because of this, people are not in harmony. They are not healthy, nor are they happy. But there will be enough tachyonic energy and people will be healthier and happier. Only those who are enlightened can access tachyon particles. A connection to the tachyon was lost. The stones are a way to reconnect with that. The soul does not exist physically, it exists on the Buddhist atomic plane. Atlantis. At the time of the fall of Atlantis, there were two very advanced kingdoms. One was in the southern part of the India, that is, in Tamil Nadu. The second place was the Indus Valley in Rajasthan. After the fall of Atlantis, both civilizations survived to some extent and were led by spiritual kings. Little by little, this connection diminished and dark forces infiltrated both civilizations, which were the most advanced on the planet. Archaeologists have found much evidence, but it has been suppressed by the government. Certain finds have been beyond the understanding of archaeology. They were between the 7,000 and 9,000 years old. Corruption of evidence occurred because dark forces attempted to seize it. I assume they are referring to the ruins of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. The aliens also got involved and war occurred. A positive aspect of this war is that Aldebaran was involved in the Northern Kingdom, but the Dark Draconian won. There was a nuclear war in India 5 or 6,000 years ago. The Rajasthan desert is due to a nuclear explosion, and there are many areas of the radioactivity around. This was described in the Mahabharata. Those from Aldebaran lost, and the Draconians won the war. This began to infiltrate the priesthood network in India. There is a huge network of temples that were taken over by the Draconians. On the surface, the temples are controlled by the government, but behind the scenes, they are controlled by a dark priesthood network. This network is very powerful and exists in many Indian temples. Furthermore, the priesthood structure has been infiltrated into the New Age movement in India, controlled by a draconian structure. Another layer to this is the network of the black nobility in India, and they are also in touch with the political sides. Some are more than 100 years old, and others more than 2,000 years old. They exist mainly in Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. You can feel with temples which temples are of light and which are not by their energy. Reactivation. The forces of light are attempting to reactivate certain temples and sacred places throughout India and have given instructions to bury the Sintamani stones as those at those sacred sites so that the temples can be reactivated. Devadasis or sacred priestesses used to anchor the energy of the goddess through dance or art, but this became corrupted due to invasions and priesthood practices. The Taj Mahal in Agra is a very powerful structure. It is an octagon and is based on sacred geometry. It is a powerful spiritual machine to bring light to Earth. It is an anchor for the galactic central sun. It is the second most important building on the planet after the Great Pyramid. It is very important to create Chintamani network around the Taj Mahal. It was created as a fusion between Indian and Mughal cultures and has the best of both cultures. It was developed to bring heaven to earth, not just a tourist spot. It is a planetary mandala for the galaxy M87. Another large vortex is the old city of Jaipur. The Great Lake Pichola of Udaipur is a goddess vortex. Srinagar Lake in Kashmir is another goddess vortex. The Kanyakumari point is the most important point in India. Tanjore is an entry point for the goddess energy in India. Abundance. Lack of abundance is India's biggest problem because people have been programmed to remain in Franciscan poverty. Financial systems keep people in poverty, and Saint Germain began activating gold in India to promote abundance. Indian temples have collected gold from people for thousands of years and have tons of gold. Indian banks have called on temples to exchange gold. The gold belongs to the people and the Saint Germain Trust. There are collateral accounts to bring abundance to India. To obtain financial abundance, practice manifestation. It is a three-step process: decision, invocation, and action. It takes time to manifest, but it is possible. The same goes for physical abundance. For diseases after the event, healing technologies will be available. Reset news. White hats, White hats are going public to expose weather weapons. The Storm Rider believes that the recent earthquakes are revenge and that there will be a wave of earthquakes in 2024. He also believes that there will be a confrontation like in the Cuban Missile Crisis. The World Court is reviewing the legalities that must be properly concluded between nations under common law before releasing gold-backed currencies and assets that would be traded one-to-one proportion to each other. Within Europe, DAX-side central bank digital banking money control will face one of the biggest revolts in 2024. Charlie Watt reveals that long ago, the White Hats applied game theory operations to counter the dark side's plans. Charlie thinks we are in the middle of a pantomime, but the world had to see it. Divine timing is perfect, and you will get it at the right time. You will get it when you are on the right frequency. But if you are on a low frequency, you will say that there are people dying because the TV says so. I have no doubt that 2024 will be a year like no other in human history. Truly, the best is yet to come. Charlie Ward and Juan Osabin believe that there will be no elections in 2024 because the previous one will be annulled. According to Mr. Poole, we are on the edge, so close that we can already visualize the presence of the on the opposite side. The family world, as we know it, is on the cusp of a profound transformation, and events will unfold throughout this year. We are on the threshold of a wormhole that will permanently reshape the global political and economic landscape, and it will soon come full circle. 5 countries formally joined the BRICS: Saudi Arabia, Egypt, the Emirates, Iran, and Ethiopia officially joined on Monday. The countries were invited to join the group in August 2023 after the 15th BRICS summit in Johannesburg, South Africa. The BRICS, which include Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are an important platform for cooperation between emerging markets and developing countries, and have received many applications for membership in recent years. Biologists from Harvard University want to restore DNA. One of the most influential scientific teams in the world has just published a study in which they claim that the fountain of eternal youth consists of restoring the epigenome. The work, titled "The Information Theory of Aging", has been published in the prestigious journal Nature Aging. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.